So hello guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to start with the topic distance formula. Okay, so I hope you guys must be clear with Cartesian plane. Okay, now what is Cartesian plane? Cartesian plane will have x and y axis. So this thing is called as Cartesian plane. So it has x, x dash, y, and y dash. The point where x and y coordinate meets is called as origin, and it's represented by O, and the coordinates of origin are 0 comma 0. So now because of the x and y axis, this quadrant, this Cartesian plane is divided into four parts, or we can also say it has four quadrants. This is your first quadrant, this is second, this is third, and this is fourth. Obviously we have to move in anti-clockwise direction. Okay, so first, second, third, and fourth, and we know that in the first quadrant the coordinates both will be positive, x coordinate as well as y coordinate. In the second, x will be negative, y will be positive. Third quadrant में both will be negative. Third quadrant में both will be negative, and fourth quadrant में x will be positive and y will be negative. So this is called as Cartesian plane, and we know that whenever we have to write the coordinates of a given point on the Cartesian plane, so it is written as x comma y, where x is also called as abscissa and y is called as ordinate. ठीक है? So in many sums they won't say x coordinate and y coordinate, they will say कि abscissa is this and ordinate is this. So you have to memorize this, guys. Okay, the x coordinate is called as abscissa and the y coordinate is called as ordinate. I hope this part is clear to you guys. The next thing is distance formula. Suppose there are 2 points, let's say A and B. The coordinates of A and B are x1, y1, x2, y2. Suppose if I'm joining A and B, so now I have line AB or a segment AB to be more precise. Suppose we have to find distance between AB, so the question can be find distance between A and B, or they can also ask you to find length AB. So these are two different types of questions then that they can ask. Okay, distance AB or length AB. So we have to use distance formula in this case, and the distance formula is root of x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. Suppose instead of x2 minus x1 the whole square, by mistake you have written x1 minus x2 the whole square, still you will get the correct answer, because x2 minus x1 is inside a square, and we know that minus 2 square is 4 and even 2 square is 4. So this part, I hope this part is clear to you guys. Okay, now we'll be solving some questions, so the concept will be clear to you guys. The first question that we're going to solve is find the distance between the points 3, 6 and 0, 2. So you have to find the distance between 3, 6 and 0, 2. So this will act as x1, y1, x2, y2. So the distance will be, first write down the formula, x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square, that is x2 is 0 minus 3 the whole square, 2 minus 6 the whole square. 0 minus 3 is minus 3 square is 9, 2 minus 6 is minus 4 square is 16. So the distance will be root 25, and what is square root of 25? Square root of 25 is 5. So for this question, the distance of 3, 6 and 0, 2 is 5 units, or just say 5. Now the second part is important because this will give us a new formula. Suppose A question is find the distance between any given point, let's say x comma y, and the origin. We know that what is origin? Origin is a point of intersection of x and y axis, and the coordinate of origin are 0 comma 0. So whenever we have to find distance between a point and the origin, so its distance will always be equals to x square plus y square. For example, suppose you have to find the distance between 3 comma 2 and the origin. Let's say 0 comma 0. So you can directly write the answer as root of 3 square plus 2 square, 9 plus 4, which is root 13. I hope this part is clear to you guys. The next type of question that they can ask is, now in this question, a length will be given to you. Okay, the length of AB is this, and and one coordinate will be given, and we have to find the other coordinate. Obviously, we won't be able to find x and y both at the same time. So they can either give you x coordinate, we have to find y, or they can give you y coordinate, we have to find the x coordinate. So now the next question is, find the coordinates of the point. Find the coordinates of the point on x-axis, which are at a distance of 5 units from the point 6 comma minus 3. Okay, now this part is important to understand the question. So I'm going to highlight some points which are actually important with respect to this question. Find the coordinates of the point which are on x-axis at a distance of 5 units from 6 comma minus 3. So we know that distance of 6 comma 3 and one point which is on x-axis. So this you should know that if a point lies on x-axis, if a point lies on x-axis, its y coordinate will always be 0. You can make a note of it. And similarly, if a point lies on y-axis, its x coordinate will be 0. So whenever they ask you or a data is given that point lies on x-axis, if a point lies on x-axis, iska matlab its coordinate will be x comma 0, and if a point lies on y-axis, its coordinate will be 0 comma y. Pause the video and please note this down. This is important. Take a make a note of it. I hope this must be clear to you guys. Copy कर लिया होगा अभी तक. Okay. So now we know that there's a point on x-axis. So we are going to consider that point. Let the point on x-axis be x comma 0, and we know that x comma 0 and 6 comma minus 3 are at a distance of 5 units. So distance is equals to, obviously you have to write the formula first, root of x2 minus x1 the whole square. So x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. So now I'm going to use the formula a minus b the whole square. A square minus 2ab plus b square plus, now this part is important guys, minus into minus will become plus. So 0 minus or minus will become 0 plus 3, 0 plus 3 is 3. And what is 3 square? 9. One part is important. We already know the distance. Distance is given, na guys. The distance is 5. So now you have to remember one more thing. So whenever distance is given and you have to find coordinates, you have to always square both the sides. So next step will be squaring both sides. We'll get 25 is equals to x square minus 12x plus 36 plus 9. What is 36 plus 9? 36, 45. Yes, 36 plus 9 is 45. Now bring all the terms on one side. You'll get x square minus 12x plus 45 minus 25 is equals to 0. When we simplify, we'll get 12x plus 20 is equals to 0. Now what we need to do is we have to find since it's a quadratic equation, we have to find factors of 20 in such a way that when we multiply those two numbers, we should get plus 20, and when we add them, we should get minus 12, because this method is called as splitting the middle term. Okay. So the different factors are 4 into 5 is 20, 2 into 10 is 20. I hope that's it. Okay. So we know okay, our product is positive. Product is positive, but the middle term is negative, so both the terms will be negative. Minus 4 minus 5 will give you minus 9, and this will give you minus 12. So this is the correct option, and we have to discard this. So x square minus 2x minus 10x plus 20 is equals to 0. We can take x common, 10 common. Now this part is important. What I'm doing is I'm taking minus 10 common. So whenever you take minus common, all the sides inside the bracket are going to change. This become positive, and this was positive ban gaya negative. So this can be written as x minus 2 into x minus 10 is equals to 0. So now what we are doing is we are multiplying two numbers and the result is 0. So for your reference, what you can do is suppose I'm multiplying two numbers a into b and the result is 0. So when we multiply two numbers and the result is 0, then there is a chance that either your first number will be 0 or your second number will be 0. Obviously, there can be chance that both numbers will be 0, but this is the least condition. So what we can do is either your x minus 2 is equals to 0 or x minus 10 is equals to 0. So x is equals to 2 or x is equals to 10. Therefore, the coordinates or the points on x-axis are 2, 0 and 10, 0. I hope this part is clear to you guys. Km is a straight line of 13 units. इसका मतलब the distance or the length of the line is 13 units. If k has the coordinate 2, 5 and m has the coordinate x, minus 7, find the value of x. So if we represent it, so we are going to get, suppose this is k, this is m, so km is a straight line. The coordinate of k are 2, 5 and the coordinate of m x, minus 7, and we know that this length is 13 units. Okay, so we know that distance between k and m is 13. So don't get confused. Sometimes they will give you length, or sometimes they will tell the distance between k and m is this. So you know okay, for length and distance you have to use the same formula. Dono ka meaning is same. So what we can do is, so we know that this will act as x1, y1, and this will be your x2, y2. So 2 points are there. So now in this case, distance is given, one coordinate is given, and we have to find a missing coordinate. Okay, so distance of km is equals to root of x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. What is the distance? 13. Root of x2 is x in this case minus 2 the whole square plus y2 is minus 7 in this case minus 5 the whole square. And again in the previous case I had told you okay, whenever distance is given and we have to find some unknown value, so we have to always square both the sides. So we need to write squaring both the sides. We get okay, in the exam you have to write both the sides properly. Okay, right now I'm using shortcut. So what is 13 ka square? 13 square is 169. And since we are squaring both the sides, so right hand side ka square root will get eliminated, and we are going to get x minus 2 the whole square plus what is minus 7 minus 5? Minus 12 the whole square. And we know that square is always positive. So 169 is equals to x square minus, we have to use a minus b the whole square का formula. So a square minus 2ab, so it will be 4x plus 4 plus 144. So now we have to bring all the terms on one side. So after rearranging, we are going to get x square minus 4x. So 144 plus 4 is 148 minus 169 is equals to 0. And when we subtract 169, because 148 is positive and 169 is negative, so obviously whenever we have plus minus, we have to do subtraction. And after subtracting it, we are going to get x square minus 4x minus 21 is equals to 0. So now what we need to do is we have to find factors of 21 or factors of minus 21 in such a way that when we add these two numbers, we should get minus 4, and when we multiply, we should get minus 21. So we know that since the product is negative, so one of the number will be positive, another will be negative. 7 into 3 is 21, and since the middle term is negative, your bigger number will be, sorry, your bigger number will be negative in this case. So x square minus 7x plus 3x minus 21 equals to 0. So we can take x common from this, so we'll get x minus 7. 3 common from this, we'll get x minus 7 is equals to 0. So x minus 7 and x plus 3 is equals to 0. Therefore, either x minus 7 is equals to 0, that is x is equals to 7, or x plus 3 is equals to 0, x is equals to minus 3. So these are the two possibilities. X can be equal to 7 or x can be equal to minus 3. Okay. So now the next question is, which point on y-axis is equidistant from the points 12, 3 and minus 5, 10? Okay. So now the first thing is you should understand what exactly the question is given. What question is given? What does this mean? Equidistant. The meaning of equidistant is they are at equal distance from a given point, and that point lie on y-axis. See, what you can do is, this is for your reference, because we don't know the point which lie on the y-axis, that point is positive or negative. Okay, so this is for just our reference. What I'm doing is, suppose that point is 0, y. I hope now this part is clear. Since your point lie on y-axis, so your x coordinate will be 0 in this case. So I'm assuming the point is 0, y, and we are going to plot 12, 3. Suppose 12, 3 will be over here. This is just a rough diagram, guys. This I'm drawing this for your understanding. Okay, so you'll get an idea of exactly how this thing is going to look. Next is minus 5, 10. Suppose minus 5, 10 is somewhere over here. Is it clear? Yes, because x is negative and y is positive. So now what they are saying is, which point on y-axis is equidistant from 12, 3 and minus 5, 10? So suppose if I'm naming this as A, this as B, and the point which is on the y-axis as C. So what they are saying is, they are saying that AC is equals to BC. Since they are equidistant, इसका मतलब this length AC is equals to BC. ठीक है? So C is in the middle. So CA is equals to CB. In other words, you can also say that C is midpoint of AB. Okay? There are different ways in which they can ask you the same question. So whenever they say points are equidistant, or C is midpoint, or the two lengths are equal, so in this case, what we are going to do is we are going to equate them. So for example, suppose you have to find distance BC. So what we are going to do is, we know that, okay, I'm just rewriting this thing. This is 0, y, since this is not visible to you. So this is 0, y. So suppose if I'm saying find the distance of BC. So what you guys are going to do is, you're going to use the formula root of x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. Now again, this part is very important. When I say x2 minus, since your x1 is negative, so minus के बाद please put bracket, because this, when you open the bracket, minus and minus will become positive. And suppose if you're simplifying this, what we're going to get is, so as we know that this is bracket, so negative into negative, negative into negative will become positive. So we'll get 0 plus 5 the whole square plus y minus 10 the whole square. 0 plus 5 is 5. What is 5 square? 25. And if you want, you can expand this y minus 10. So you have to use a minus b the whole square ka formula. A square minus 2ab plus b square. Okay, keep this inside the square root. Now next thing will be to find distance of AC is equals to, use the same formula, root of, now x2 in this case is 3 minus y the whole square plus 12 minus 0 the whole square. So when we expand the bracket, what is 3 square? 9 minus 3 into 2 is 6y plus y square plus 144. If you want, you can simplify it as y square minus 6y plus 153. Now we know that the point on the y-axis is equidistant to the 2 points, that is 12,3 and minus 5,10. इसका meaning is, okay, they are at the equal distance. इसका मतलब their distance is equal, their lengths are equal. So what we are going to do is we are going to equate them. Distance of BC is equals to distance AC. Since we have the equations ready, y square minus 20y plus 125 is equals to root of y square minus 6y plus 153. Obviously, the unknowns are inside the square root. So your next step should be squaring both the side. We get y square minus 20y plus 125 is equals to y square minus 6y plus 153. So we can bring all the terms on one side. So y square minus 20y plus 125, and we shift y square minus 6y plus 153 on the left hand side. Their signs are going to change. So y square minus y square will get cancelled. Minus 20y plus 6y will give us minus 14y. 125 minus 153 will give you minus 28, and this is equals to 0. So obviously we need to shift it on the right hand side. So we'll get minus 14y is equals to 28. Therefore, y is equals to minus 2. Because 28 upon minus 14 is minus 2. Therefore, the required point on y-axis is 0 comma minus 2. So this will be the final answer. So before starting the next question, uh, I want to discuss something with you. Okay, do you guys know what is collinear points, or which points are called as collinear? Suppose there are 3 points A, B, and C, and if I'm drawing a line, so यहाँ पे we have A, somewhere यहाँ पे we have B and C. If all the points lie on the same straight line, same straight line, then the points are called as collinear. I hope this part is clear to you guys. Obviously, they can change the position. Suppose instead of B, यहाँ पे we have written C, and instead of C we have written B. Anything is possible. The main thing is all the points should lie on the same straight line. Then the points are called as collinear. So the next question that we are going to do is use distance formula to show that points A, whose coordinates are 1, 1, B with coordinates 6, 4, and C 4, 2 are collinear. So now what we are going to do is Now, suppose coming back to this theory part, suppose A, C, and B are collinear, and this is how they have arranged. First there is A, then C, then B. Now, suppose the distance between AC is 3, distance between BC is 4. Then what is the distance between AB? What we are going to do is add 3 and 4, which is 7. I hope this part is clear to you guys. Because if you have to find length of AB, so we have to add AC plus BC or AC plus CB. So this entire length is AB, and AB will be sum of 3 and 4, that is 7. So in similar way, suppose when we have to prove okay, the 3 points are collinear, so what we need to do is we have to find each distance, guys. So we are going to find distance AB, we'll find distance BC, and we'll find distance AC. So now in this case, we'll be finding all the three distance, and then we'll see okay, sum of which two distance is equal to the distance of the third line. Okay. Okay, so first we'll solve and we'll find the distance of AB, BC, and AC individually. Distance AB will be is equals to AB. So this is B and this is A. 4 minus of minus 1 the whole square plus 6 minus 1 the whole square. So we know the minus of minus will become plus 4 plus 1 the whole square. 6 minus 1 is 5 square. 4 plus 1 is 5. 5 square plus 5 square will get 25 plus 25, which is equals to root 50. Now again, I hope you guys have done rational and irrational numbers. Root 50 belongs to irrational number. But when we deal with irrational numbers, we have to give the answer in the simplest form. Okay. So root 50 के लिए what we need to do is we have to write 25, if possible we have to write 25 as product of two numbers in such a way that one number should be a complete square. So we know that 50 can be written as 25 into 2, where 25 is a complete square. Now you may also say that 50 can be written as 5 into 10. Perfect. But the problem is neither 5 nor 10 is a complete square. So this is not useful for us. So what we are going to do is root 50 ko we are going to write it as 25 into 2, and this can be simplified as 5 root 2. I hope this part is clear to you guys. Next thing is we are going to find distance AC, or you can also find distance BC. So if you have to find distance AC, इसका मतलब x2 minus x1 the whole square, sorry, y2 minus 1 the whole square, and x2 minus x1, 4 minus 1 the whole square. So when we expand this, we are going to get 2 plus 1 the whole square plus 4 minus 1, 3 square. 3 square plus 3 square, answer is 9 plus 9, which is root 18, and 18 can be written as 9 into 2. Square root of 9 is 3, it will become 3 root 2. So this is our distance AC, and then we are going to find distance BC. So what is B coordinate? 6, 4 and 4, 2. 6, 4 and 4, 2. Again, we have to use the same formula. Okay. So 2 minus 4 the whole square plus 4 minus 6 the whole square. 2 minus 4 is minus 2, minus 2 square. Minus 2 square is 4 plus 4, we get 8. This can be written as 4 into 2. This can be written as 2 root 2. So now, name this as 1, name this as 2, and we'll name this as 3. So I'm just writing all the three values that we have. BC is 2 root 2, AB is 5 root 2, AC is 3 root 2. Okay, again we'll just confirm 2 root 2, 3 root 2, and 5 root 2. Okay, so as I told you, you guys need to check whether sum of two lengths is equal to the third length. Okay? If this condition is true, then only we can say that the points are collinear. Okay, and if the condition is not true, then we can't say that the points are collinear. They are not collinear. They don't lie on the same straight line. So we know that 3 root 2 plus 2 root 2, that is AC plus BC, 3 root 2 plus 2 root 2 will result into 5 root 2. I hope you guys are thorough with irrational numbers. And 5 root 2 can be replaced by AB. So AC plus BC is equals to AB. And if this thing is clear, iska matlab the points are collinear. So you can say that A, B, and C are collinear. I hope this part is clear. Now the different type of question that can come is um, the first type is prove that the triangle is an isosceles triangle. Or they can also ask you to prove that triangle is a right angle triangle. Okay, so I will give you an idea to how to prove a triangle is an isosceles or how to prove a triangle is a right angle triangle. Now, coming to the first part or the first question, that is how to prove triangle is an isosceles. Okay, so before that, you guys should know okay, what is an isosceles triangle. Okay, I'm sure ये पहले हो चुका है, like in the previous classes you must have done, but still, when we talk about isosceles triangle are those triangles where two sides are equal. Okay, this notation says K. Suppose if I'm naming them as A, B, and C, so this notation says K. AB is equals to AC. इसका मतलब to prove that triangle is an isosceles triangle, we have to show that the two length and any two length, ठीक है, any two lengths are equal or the distance are equal. Okay, so now in this case AB is equals to AC. So this is just an example. Okay, ABC is an isosceles triangle because AB is equals to AC. So what you're going to do is obviously the coordinates will be given to you. Suppose this is 8,3, this is 0,9, and this is 14,11, and this is not given. It's not given that AB is equals to AC. Okay. So what we are going to do is to prove the triangle is an isosceles, we are going to find length of AB, length of BC, and length of AC. AB, AC, and BC, and we'll check which two lengths are equal in dimensions. I hope this part is clear to you. Okay, so you guys can try this question on your own. Just for your reference, I'm giving you the solution that the final answer is AB is equals to AC in this case. So I hope when you solve this question, you will get AB is equals to AC. So AB you will be getting as 10 and even AC value will be 10. So try this question on your own and check whether you're getting this AB is equals to AC or not. Okay, and once you write AB is equals to AC, then you can say that since the two sides are equal, a triangle is an isosceles triangle. The next part is prove the triangle is a right angle triangle. Okay, so right angle triangle prove करने के लिए you should know the property. So suppose it's a triangle ABC. So ABC is a triangle and it's right angle triangle, but we have to prove. So again, what will be the case? They will be giving you some coordinates like x1, y1, x2, y2, and x3, y3. Obviously, three coordinates will be given of the vertices, and you have to prove that triangle is an isosceles. Okay, but how to prove triangle is an isosceles? Because triangle is a right angle triangle. Because we know that if you have to prove triangle is an isosceles, so we have to find the length of all the three sides, and obviously, if a triangle is an isosceles triangle, then any two lengths will be equal. Okay, that is done. But what is the condition in right angle triangle? I hope बहुत लोग को click हो गया रहेगा, and जिनको click नहीं हुआ, for them, For a right angle triangle, we have done Pythagoras theorem. I hope ये तो पता होगा. ठीक है. So now what is Pythagoras theorem? Pythagoras theorem is hypotenuse square is equals to side 1 square plus side 2 square. Okay, so we have to prove. So again, in this case, obviously we have to find the lengths AB, BC, and AC. Obviously, we won't be knowing which side is hypotenuse. So with the help of their length, we'll get an idea which length will be the hypotenuse if a triangle is a right angle triangle. So now in this case, suppose we have a triangle ABC, okay, and we have to prove a triangle is a right angle triangle. Obviously, coordinates will be given. A ka coordinate will be given, B ka coordinate will be given, and C ka coordinate will be given to you. So you have to know that we have to find length of each side first, and then what is the next step? We have to square them. Okay. For example, suppose one side we got it as 2, other side you got it as 3, okay, and third side you got it as 4. So what are you going to do? Suppose length of AB, this is length of AC, and this is length of BC. Okay. Now with this length, we can't say a triangle is a right angle triangle, because to prove a triangle is a right angle triangle, hypotenuse theorem should be verified. Pythagoras theorem should be verified. Pythagoras theorem is hypotenuse square equal to side 1 square plus side 2 square. So क्या करना है हमें? The easiest step is square all the sides. AB square will be 4, AC square will be 9, BC square is equals to 16. Okay. Now suppose instead of this AB as 2, we are taking this as 5, because uh, 2, 3 and 4 are not Pythagorean triplet. Okay. So suppose AB का length is 5, so AB square will be 25. Now we know that when we add AC square plus BC square, we'll get 19 plus 9 plus 6, which is equal to 25. But we already know that AB square is 25, no? So what we can do, we can replace 25 by AB square in this case. So we'll get AC square plus BC square is equals to AB square. And if this condition is satisfied, इसका मतलब AB is hypotenuse, and if AB is hypotenuse, so triangle is a right angle triangle. Okay, many of you guys won't have an idea कि what is hypotenuse. इसका मतलब होता है a right angle triangle. So this angle is 90. Side opposite to 90 is hypotenuse. So this is hypotenuse. So this can be a side 1, this can be a side 2. Okay, so they can also ask you one more type of question, where the question will be to prove triangle is an equilateral triangle. Obviously, again the coordinates will be given x1 comma y1, x2 comma y2, and x3 comma y3. Obviously, instead of x1 y1, you will be getting numbers, but the three vertices will be given, and we have to prove a triangle is an equilateral triangle. What is an equilateral triangle? Equilateral triangle is a triangle whose all sides are equal and all angles are equal. So obviously we are dealing with distance formula. So we have to prove that all the sides are equal. All the sides are equal means we have to find the distance, or we have to find the length of each side. So if you are able to prove that length AB is equals to length BC is equals to length AC, if all the three lengths are equal, then the triangle is an equilateral triangle. I hope this part is clear to you guys. So we'll be winding up the video with this question. See you soon, guys. Bye.